And I'll just wait for thingy. Any second now. There we go, the thingy, did the thingy. Yeah. Okay, now I can open the game properly. Hello, girl. Oh, welcome. You're first. Right. Bonk. Bonk. Yeah. Alright. You want to just start now?
Alright.
Yeah. Just one. Why not? Okay.
You want to finish sharing your screen?
Okay. Did it finish? Can you see it?
No.
How about now?
God damn it. Damn, technical difficulties. Why is this all happening?
It's
Okay,
okay.
there we go.
Okay. That one's better than I expected.
Really degraded Randy. I could hear his soul weeping.
Oh, come on, it's always doing that.
Not that loudly, though.
Yeah, but that's showbiz, baby.
Okay, the riffraff I've filmed yet is promising. But we don't have quite enough footage yet to fill 40 minutes of excruciatingly artistic cinema. We need an ending.
The tragic cherry atop our miserable tragedy Sunday.
Bing. We need something edgy. Something unbelievably horrific. Something that'll really freak the fuck out of our captive audience.
Why are we doing this again?
Filming a tragedy was your idea, let me remind you.
Yeah, but is this good?
Pal, we're making art. Art isn't meant to be good, it's meant to be...
Art?
Yeah, art. I've got it. How about you film me kicking little Billy in the ribs? Not like a fatal kick, just a really hard one. Oh, come on. It'd be perfect. Children getting maimed is always tragic.
Yeah, but this is little Billy we're talking about. Fridge honestly be more cathartic than tragic.
You're right. I really want an excuse to be able to do that.
I know, but what would the cops say?
You think he'd report me to the police?
Duh, he adores the fact that you can't physically harm him.
I could always deny the crime.
Except it be on film. A film that many witnesses will have hopefully watched in its entirety.
Okay, plan B. What do you consider edgy?
Well, crying blood is a fantastic way to go, in my green opinion.
Ow, this brings me back to my teenage fanfictions.
Crying is tragic, blood is edgy, we're hedging our bets.
Right, so, where do tears usually come out of your head when you cry?
That's actually quite a good question. The sides, maybe? Or just generally out of any crevices / seams I've got?
I mean, then you just appear to be sweating blood. Which would probably look fucking gnarly, but let's face it, the only tragic part of that would be that you appear to have an obscenely rare medical condition.
Ah, rats. Okay, plan C, I could just vomit up some blood.
That's... Okay, that's... I guess internal bleeding is relatable. more relatable than sweating blood, I guess.
Hi, malware.
Fuck yeah, groovy, I'm on board.
As a handsome man in plaid once said, gnarly dude.
So, where are you gonna get the blood?
Mine's no good. It's blue.
What? You've got blue blood?
I have the circulatory system of a crab.
Dick. I'd offer mine, but I think I need it.
Don't most people have a slightly excessive amount?
I sold some of my blood a few days ago so I could buy a sick stick-on temporary cat tattoo.
Oh shit, a tattoo? Wow. Now that's beautiful.
Mm.
Cryburger, yeah, that's me. High def cough. Yeah, that puts a bit of a dampener on my plan, alright. Oh, I know. The movie's gonna end up in black and white, right?
Because it's easier than...
Because color's too joyous and gay. M for monochrome, M for misery.
Well, I can't argue with the alphabet, so sure.
So I should vomit something darker, something that'll pop on film. Oh, I know. Ink.
I vomit ink on camera? Dude, this movie's gonna be fucking radical. So, have you got any ink?
Give me exactly 10 minutes. Yeah! I need to hydrate. Ah. Thank you, malware. I've got it!
But wait, you're moneyless and live in a tent. Where did you even find free ink? The blood of bureaucracy. Blood of bureaucracy.
Oh, don't you
That's
worry.
a hard word to say.
True. Let's just say I got an involuntary donation. Oh! No! No!
That couldn't have been legal.
Oh, come on, she wasn't hurt. All I had to do was press a button on her head, the ink came right out.
Still took her ink though. That's hardly sporting.
Is there a law against taking things from people? It's nature, right? Ownership of the fittest?
Yeah, civilized folks tend to call it petty theft.
Well, shit. Oh well, no points crying over spilled ink. Time to swallow this ink! Oh, yep, that's ink alright. Oh fuck, oh god.
Hey, are you okay?
My stomach, god. Now I know why people kept telling me not to drink their printer ink. I figured it was just because it cost money.
Let's face it probably was just that. I doubt they were legitimately concerned about your well-being.
Oliver, I've shot myself, and I'm dying. Oh god, the lights are going out. Oliver, make sure the movie gets published.
To preserve your undying artistic legacy?
What? No, fuck that. Publish it so that people can see how cool my death was. I'll be a legend.
Friend. Just slip into oblivion, I'm begging you.
Oh, phone god, I feel like a hungover boat rats with pants. No.
Well, he got his tragedy.
Yeah. The ending where you drink ink, shit yourself, and then perish like a dog. Damn. Well, off to a great start this stream. Starting off with death. Alright. Now I need to figure out where I need to go back. Let me just load. Let's see. Yeah. Um, oh, 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 oh. Um, I guess I have to. Okay, okay. Porn, the lustful part of this is pornography.
That is possibly the most verbose proposal to film a porno that has ever been uttered.
You think so?
I guarantee you most porn directors who work out of their homes only have 4 noises in their vocabularies. 3 of them are pleased, displeased, and neutral grunting noises used during filming, and the 4th word is penis.
Kinky, so where are we shooting this bad boy?
Well, we could shoot it here, do a roleplay thing. We wouldn't even have to worry about cleanup with how sticky the place already is.
Yeah, but what if a customer were to walk in during?
3rd participant?
What if you to assume it wouldn't be little Billy?
I could close up shop while we filmed.
Try explaining that to Mr. Dickens.
It's no problem. I'd just march in and tell Mr. Dickens, hey, I like to close the cinema for an hour or so I can film myself and my green friend doing unspeakable sexual acts on premises. And... shit. Real life never works out like it does in porn.
Porn is magical, reality is just filthy, but far less whimsical. Reality is no fairy tale. There are no attractive singles in your area. There are no horny mills in reality. And the few that exist are likely just boning your dad.
Please. Cease.
What is this game? Just don't ask, just enjoy it.
It's my favorite!
Yeah, mine too.
If I'm gonna be at peak performance, I can't think about my unsexily deceased dad during.
Can you pretend to be my dad?
Here. I'm not crazy about that pitch, admittedly. Wait, did you know your dad?
No, but to create someone as attractive as me. Dude was clearly buff and thoroughly shredded, at the very least.
Right, yeah. What do you think his name was, anyway? Because you've got to scream out a name during roleplay sex.
I'm getting strong Bartholomew vibes.
That wouldn't work, I'm afraid. That's simply not a sexy name.
I disagree.
Archibald, Oswald, Oliver. And now those are sexy names.
I'll just scream pops and call it a day.
Right, we still need to film this somewhere, don't we? Somewhere nice and moist. Can't have us defiling somewhere pristine for an ungodly film.
Prematurely sticky, you say? Well, we could film it at my tent.
Yo, tent sex! Idea? What if we dressed up like Sasquatch and like a bear?
Would I be Sasquatch?
Well, do you want to be Sasquatch?
Hal, if one of us gets to fuck like Bigfoot, it'll be me.
Hell yeah, man, that's the spirit. We'll need costumes then. Say, are you any good at stitching? Okay, insensitive question to ask. Let's just move on from the Sasquatch idea then.
We'll discuss the rest on set.
Tubular.
Tubular. Yeah.
Alright, so, I like your tent.
Thanks, I live here.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure you do.
So we're gonna shoot this thing or not?
Oh, sorry, got caught up in tent talk.
Yes, you did.
Oh, one question. Should I strip? I see you already have, which simplifies things.
I was naked long before you arrived back at the tent, in fairness.
Touche, Green Paladine. Well, should I be naked?
Nah, man, keep your clothes on, it's more sexual. All sexual encounters are more sexual when our partners are fully clothed, fact.
Then why don't you put yours back on?
I just don't want the others to see my tarnished rags.
You know what? Fair.
Besides, it's like visual contrast or something. Like Beauty and the Beast, except for like society or something.
Haven't really thought any of this through, have you?
Shut up, the audience will decide what all of this means.
Right, yes. My mistake, of course. Okay, let's get to it then. Here, I'll put this blank side over the ensuing sexual carnage to ensure the cognito hazard doesn't get out before opening night.
Oh god. Oh no.
You ready, partner? Oh, yeah, that's putting me in the goddamn mood. Right. How should we,
Jump on me.
Okay, no offense, but you're really scrawny. I'm afraid I might...
Do it, bitch.
Okay, sorry, Your arm! Holy fuck! Okay, yeah, that's a breakage. Cry. Are you...
Sexy, let's keep going.
I'll just dub over your name in the final cut. And cut everything so far out, too. These nipples are weird up close. Can I poke or prod one?
Not number 4, I used that one to nurse baby raccoons.
God damn it.
Help me, malware. I mean...
This is the worst possible time to have a break.
Yeah.
Is this suffering?
Yeah, I am suffering. In a good way.
I mean, that sounds a bit like a... Is that a bit contradicting?
No.
Suffering in a good way?
No. You can suffer in a good way. Like, feel
Can
pain.
you?
No. Well, it's like... You know what I'm
Is
trying
it
to say.
suffering, though, if it's in a good way? Like, the definition of suffering?
Well, how do I explain this? Like masochism, but less extreme.
Like, I know that masochism is, but, like, wouldn't that go against the definition of suffering? Because you can have the things that cause suffering, and masochism makes those things not cause suffering.
True.
So it doesn't really still fit the definition?
This is thought-provoking, huh?
I'm very good at philosophy stuff.
You are. I've noticed.
Okay, let's continue.
Yeah.
Okay, so that explains the amount of mutant raccoon sightings as of late.
Is a problem?
It's not as much a problem for the raccoons as it is for us. If they get any stronger, they might... Wait a minute, this dialogue isn't sexy.
It is for me.
Oh, Okay, let's try... Oh, there we go.
Hi, Worm. Hi. You've come at an interesting time. Look away for a bit. Hello, Mr. Anus.
Don't talk to him, ass blast him!
That seems impolite.
Porn rarely depicts polite characters, I find.
Man, it's fucking weird.
We're breaking new ground for sure. Uncharted waters abound. Oh god, I can't wait to douse Dialtown's hapless populace in a cinematic downpour of phone cum. Oh man, just picture the reaction this'll get from Dialtown's public.
Oh.
Okay, I get that the movie might have been a tad experimental, but arson? Isn't that just a tad melodramatic?
We should have added nicer music east into it, maybe. It was too much at once.
I thought cutting straight to the action as soon as the reel started would have been more artistic.
By Defcov. I'm sure the audience thought the same about jumping straight into the arson.
Touché. Though, perhaps the movie felt a bit undercooked. Could have added a funny laser effect to each thrust, or some bizarre drivel to that effect, maybe?
I don't know what audiences expected, but we did put the word raw in the title.
That's not what we meant by raw, and you know it.
Yeah, but it legally covers us, right?
Speaking of legal cover, maybe it's for the best that the reel's burning in the raging inferno contained in there. In hindsight, we're lucky if we don't get arrested for committing a war crime after what we depicted on film.
Do you think it'd be obvious that I'm in the footage? You did blur my face after all.
If it goes to court, likely, the Hague, they might end up wrangling some other poor green bastard.
Fantastic.
And it's quite fortunate that I filmed at a POV angle for the sake of my anonymity.
The idea was that the whole audience could get the true experience of boning me.
I think that just traumatized them, admittedly.
Damn human fight or flight response. Say, you seem awfully chipper for you know.
The arson's unfortunate, don't get me wrong. But hey, at least Mr. Dickens gets his insurance money this way.
What was stopping you from committing insurance fraud before now?
The place was far too moist to ignite, or so I thought.
Oh, hey, just like my tent.
Yeah, I guess kerosene doesn't fuck around if you use enough of it.
Hey, speaking of my tent, how's about we go back to my lair and do more ass stuff?
Stellar! I thought you'd never ask.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. Ending where your bare ass incites arson. Oh, that's a good ending. That was a scene. Yeah. Wow. I thought there was only one sex scene.
No.
Huh.
There's only two, though.
Oh.
That was the last one, rest assured.
Yay.
Or unsured.
Yay or... should I be
Yay or nay?
Yay or nay?
Yay or nay?
Okay. That one.
Did we do the... Yeah, this one.
Which one did we do?
Second option.
Okay, this one. Fine, I'll go visit the man.
No, second option.
Oh, wait, okay. How do I... Okay. City meet. Fuck that. Tense.
Oh, come on. Surely there's a much better use of your time than simply...
I've made up my mind. Do not stand in the way of democracy. Of progress.
I'm telling you, this is the wrong choice.
What makes you say that? Where is it? Where is... Who took my tent?
Hey, bozo. What's the hack?
You. Billy, where's my tent? Has the hurricane blown it asunder? Has a band of hooligans and ne'er-do-wells cut it off?
Nah, I hate it.
You what?
Yeah, I ate your tent. Thought it'd be funny.
Ew. Ow. How did you manage to devour an entire tent?
Well, you were gone for an entire day, so I just devoured it piece by piece.
Even its contents?
Only the licorice. I threw the rest of your junk at the swans, and it's all floating over in the pond.
Oh, you've done it now, you. You. You licorice-addled mackerel-filled fillet of a boy.
And the mayo. You mad, bro?
You prepubescent scoundrel.
Mad.
You have evoked the dreaded homeless man's uppercut, child. Prepare thine anus.
Come on. Like an uppercut from you would.
Oh.
Been in there for an awfully long time.
Yes.
You know, if it doesn't come back down, you'll probably get convicted for preemptive murder.
I'm sure he'll calm back down. Oh god, calm back down, Billy, I'm sorry. God damn it, Billy, this is so typical of you.
You're so going to jail.
Nuh-uh. Shit. Yay! I made someone fly. That's a good thing, right? Anyway, little Billy gives you guys an astronaut. Yeah, that's every child's dream.
I bet, well, yeah, every child wants to go to space.
I did a good thing.
He gets to live that.
Yeah. Quickly turn you a little bit up. There we go. Alright. Let's see if there's
Did we miss anything?
I'll just check. Emo include.
Did we do the llama thing
The llama thing?
at the zoo?
I mean, this is the zoo. Let me see. Okay. Which one did I do last time?
You did.
What'd you say?
Okay. Red. Go.
Open to the alpaca enclosure. Right, I'm in. You recording, man?
Sure am. Yes, sirree.
Great, we've got the establishing shots, now I've just gotta... Oh, an alpaca, hey! Oh, many alpacas circling around me.
Hey, Cry. Those alpacas don't look too happy to.
Ah, shit. I feel as though death may be imminent.
Maybe you shouldn't have entered the enclosure housing creatures with meat grinders for heads.
Wait, but I thought that... Oh, wait, llamas have got pan flutes for heads. Oh, what a comical mix-up on my part.
Dude, I think those things are waiting to tear you limb from limb and grind your flesh into a pulp.
Whoops, silly me. Sorry for the hold-up, boys. Please be gentle. Yay! Anyway, you get mauled to death by alpacas. I actually saw alpacas today.
Did you?
Yeah. Fun cry for facts.
Where?
It's like a little farm place thingy.
Cute.
Yeah. My pancakes
They're
stuck in my
soft.
foot. They are soft.
Alpacas are soft.
Like last week, I gave them a shower with like just a garden hose and just sprayed them.
Alright, I think that's all of Oliver's routes.
Yeah.
You gonna do the encounter thing first, or go straight to chapter 3?
I'll do the encounter thing. Do I just do a new game?
Yep. And just set your name as it. Do you just know of the Easter egg, or have you actually seen it?
I've seen it, but I didn't really pay attention.
Oh.
No, because I need
Skip.
to... Oh, wait.
Oh.
I thought you can only do this to...
No. skipping the intro still lets you put in your name and everything. It just skips all of this.
Okay. I'm silly. Okay. Is there like capitalization, or can I just...
0 for the O,
Oh, spooky.
and then just lowercase.
Oh. Who voices this?
Nobody.
Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Uh.
Yeah, we did it! We
Uh.
beat the game!
Yay!
Woo! I love Encounter. That's what the I told you about my AU, right?
Not much because of spoilers yet.
Yeah, but that's the main part. I'll be able to show you it soon once we get through chapter 3. Yeah. Okay. Chapter 3, start.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you when we get to like a checkpoint kind of thing and we'll see how we feel.
Alright. Good idea. So, like, does Encounter have like any context with the main game, or is it just a silly Easter egg?
It does have context.
Whoa.
We also get more crown lore.
Oh, lore!
I like how all the keys in the lock are all colored based off of the previous routes.
Be silly. I am no Jinji. I am that guy. Yeah. Wait, my earbuds are being annoying. I gotta set up for this. Alright.
The only thing I have to ask is, can you take the voice of one of the gunhead?
Sure. Which one?
Okay, let's go.
Will you say which one when we get there?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. I'm gonna be on phone. I'm a male. I'm not the rainbow, sadly. Whoa. Oh.
Thank you all for showing up for yet another essential meeting of the Mingling. As I'm sure you're all aware, our humble council of concerned citizens is made up of Dialtown's most powerful and noteworthy residents. Presiding over this meeting is none other than yours truly, the shrewd and devilishly cunning mayor of Dialtown, Mrs. Mingus Crown.
Oh god, I saw Little Billy.
I heard that. I fucking heard that. When I figure out which one of you... moving on. Before we get on to pressing business, I'll conduct a quick head count. Little Billy, kicker of shins, biter Angles, the bane of Daltown's alleys, public schools, and playgrounds.
Uh,
What the fuck was that? Rotary Christ, do you know how sensitive a cat's hearing is? Are you asking if this is the first time I've shrieked directly into a cat's ear? Bit of a stupid question, that. You see, this is why we have to invite you here. You're too dangerous to have in our opposition's hands. Yeah, it's really swell. Being feared rocks, you know. You think that's news to me? Being feared's half of my whole job, you little brat. I'm a Machiavellian little scamp. Who taught you that word? I know I cut education by 50% across the board last year, so it couldn't have been at school. No matter. Moving on. Theodore Russelbelt, zoo master and allegedly famed explorer, the cager of beasts and jailer of zebras and whatnot. Hello, yes, bully to the lot of you. Glad to be back. What? What might that be, standing on the table in front of you? 'Tis another other than Cygnus Dialtownius, the noble Dialtown native swan. I can clearly see that it's a swan, Theodore. What I meant was... Well, why on earth would you drag a feral pond avian into our meeting? She seems docile enough. Well, is she toilet trained? Why isn't the whole world a toilet in a way? This town might be, maybe. Again, why the swan, Theodore? Don't tell me it's... Why, for show and tell, of course! Every meeting. Every meeting. Okay, we have a lot to go over, so I'm just going to move on. Can the swan can stay if you cease talking right now. Right, yes, bully to that. Fantastic. Next up, Shooty and Stabby are sinister representatives of the oh-so-feared Dialtown mob. You're the gunhead.
okay. Wait, people are actually afraid of us now? That's news to me.
We did it, bro! We hit the big leagues! We're real criminals now! All those fabricated headlines about us that the mayor bribed the press to publish must have finally paid off!
Aw, hell yeah, bro. If only Pa could see me now.
Yes, most people that you two mug, swindle, and steal from tend to be positively terrified of you both. Well, specifically terrified of accidentally knocking either of you over mid-mugging. I mean, Randy's pretty terrified of them.
Yeah.
You know, in case one of you bang your head on the pavement and they get convicted for manslaughter.
Wait, people think we aren't an ominous force to be reckoned with?
Outside of them being afraid of grievously harming one of my henchmen and eliciting my divine/feline wrath? Not even remotely. But we're in the mob, though. We've got connections. You have exactly one connection, which happens to be me, a figure who the citizens of Daltown are actually afraid of, and for good reason.
Wait, it can be scary.
If you can, I've yet to see it. Watch this, bozos. How's that for intimidating, huh? I'm sure I'd be positively quivering if your gun was actually loaded. Now, put that thing back where you found it, and don't even think about picking it back up while I'm addressing you. Shit, bro. I told you that these lousy blanks just don't have the same effect. Mayor, can we have some bullets? You know, in case we need to ice someone for you?
Can I have a government-assigned sharper stabbing knife? This one's gone awfully dull for me using it to slice my sandwiches during lunchtime.
No, we've been over this. You'll only hurt yourselves if you're given real weapons. Now, moving on. Next member, Abel Brannigan, violator of OSHA regulations and the sole proprietor of the Downtown Fun Fair, the most recklessly ran fun fair in America. Next to Baboon World over in Nevada, anyway. I feel like with the megaphone screaming, the swan, and the gunshot, I can't really live up to the standard that's been set so far. Like, what? Am I going to pull a Ferris wheel out of my ass? I'd be immensely impressed if you could, but a basic introduction will suffice. Alright then. Hello, all. Glad to be back.
Jeez.
Theo, please take the megaphone away from the boy. Thank you. Moving on. Do I get to finish my... No. Next, we have the one and only God, who's filling in for our dear comrade Bunny, the owner of Bunny's Burgers off Main Street. Also, he's a hobo, and woke up face down in a puddle this morning. Wait a minute. Do I own Bunny's Burgers? No, hobo. You own nary a house, hovel, cottage, bungalow, trailer, nor gazebo in my city, and really have no societal power at all. You've honestly done very little to warrant anyone having much respect or admiration for you. I mean, I did kind of create the universe, though, right? Yes, and we're all still tremendously upset with you for doing so. Ah, shuck. So, wait, what am I even doing here then? Because, as you'll recall, a bunny got flattened by a rogue fortune-telling amusement park cabinet, and we needed someone at short notice. And believe me, you cannot get more short notice than a man wandering around carrying around a sign that saying, "We'll do a cartwheel for dog food." Oh, coolio. Honestly, sitting in a heated room and talking about politicals and junk? Politics? Yeah, sure, whatever. It's a hell of a lot easier than doing a cartwheel, let me tell you. Yes, I'm sure I can't do a cartwheel, actually. My sign was fraudulent. I just wanted the dog food and was hoping someone would pay me before demanding to see the cartwheel. Wait. You created the entire universe, and yet the ability to perform a simple cartwheel eludes you? Simple? Have you ever tried to do one, huh? They're really hard. Shut up. Right then, now that we're all present and accounted for, we can begin. I hereby officially declare this meeting of the Mingling now in session. I hope you all had a relatively pleasant journey here, despite the dismal weather. You summoned a child to town hall on a school night and expected him to skateboard here in the middle of a thunderstorm.
Oh. Huh. Shut him up.
Hush, stunted one! And if that juvenile outburst appropriately discarded, we can begin. Now then, you all know why we've gathered here. Nah, I don't. Quiet you. Abel, wheel the projector over and start the slideshow. Yes, folks, we are here to discuss none other than the Green Menace. Cry.
The egg layer.
Yes, I'm sure you're all well acquainted with this emerald entity. In the past 12 months, we have caught Cry laying eggs on private property, harassing Dialtown's public, exposing Dialtown's public to vulgar cinema, convincing Dialtown's most reliable bank teller to skip town so she can paint pointless mountains, befriending the fugitive known as Bigfoot, stealing the rug from my office, and possibly worst of all, fraternizing with Randy Jade, possibly the worst citizen of Dialtown. But how is hanging out with Randy the worst thing out of the stuff you just mentioned? Oh, it isn't truly. I just personally find that last one, particularly repulsive. As you all know, Dialtown has a status quo which acts as the backbone of our robust, inclusive, but civilized society. One that we, have toiled strenuously to protect. As mayor, I have made sizable strides in recreating the Dialtown that existed under my grandfather's leadership. A town of prosperity, order, and hope. A utopia, really. But, as I'm sure you know, when one attempts to compare the Dialtown of my grandfather's time to the Dialtown of today, you inevitably run into a discrepancy. A green discrepancy. Simply put, Cry isn't just a threat to our society, but a threat to normality itself. He is the final hurdle in recreating the Dialtown that existed in 1966. 1966 being the year of the dial-up, the year my grandfather changed the whole world for the better. Simply put, Cry must be promptly disposed of. I say, why don't we just lock him back up in the zoo? I think that's a bully idea, don't you? Twitch.
Shut up too.
She folded his hat. So what? Letting him escape from your zoo once wasn't enough? I don't trust you to contain Cry. Dismissed. Alright, let's take the idea of prolonged captivity entirely out of the equation then. I say we just bonk him over the head with a shovel. You know, bury him out in the woods. A quick wham bam thank you ma'am, and he's out of our hands for good. Right, until a wild boar buries him and suddenly he's tamed a boar. If we can't contain a mountless Cry, what hope do we have against one riding a boar? Now, this is all too hard and pointless. Why don't we just eat a burger out of the nearest dumpster and call it a night? I vote we do that. Inaction simply isn't an option. Look, you all have something to gain from Cry's exile. Billy, is it not Cry who is indirectly responsible for the conversion of the Daltown cinema into an 18s only spook? Yeah, cutting me off from my favorite person to torture in the whole city. I can't steal the fucker's fez if I can't get to him, can I? Theodore, with Cry out of the picture, you'll be free to recapture and study the elusive Bigfoot undisturbed. By Jove! Think of what I could deduce from new fur samples alone. Stabby, Shooty, by pulling this job off successfully, you'll have proven yourselves worthy of the rank of enforcer. Dowtown's populace will know that you two must be feared, and for good reason, as you'll be directly executing my will.
We'll be qualified for... I mean, yeah, of course we're qualified to act as your enforcers. Ha.
Leave it to us, Miss Crown. Abel? No more egg shit, your fun fact. Fantastic. And God, you're being paid in dog food to warm your seat. Thanks, you too. As a committee of concerned citizens, the mingling is... Wait, we're a committee? I figured we were, I don't know, Evil League of Villainous Fiends or some dribble to that effect.
I would have guessed like God. Yeah.
And you joined an evil society without complaint? Hey, free dog food. No, we are not an evil league, legion, squad, team, band, or anything of the sort. What made you think we were? For one, we're meeting during a thunderstorm. I don't control the clouds. I can't, try as I may. You can control the weather. If you don't like it, you turn the thunder off. I'm fine with it, just saying. Also, the matching purple thing y'all all have going on with your outfits and the presence of purple in the room.
I gotta hydrate.
Don't diss purple, my friend. I'm gonna strangle God.
Yeah, do it. Purple great.
Purple great. Purple great.
Purple great. I may
Purple
real
great.
inward to me. Retake this. Okay.
Yeah, Kryfer doesn't have a lot of speaking parts during this, considering the only thing that he is here to give the commentary and to voice the gun-headed one as well as Jingy.
Yeah.
So those are the only two. He speaks for himself and two people, and I do everyone else.
Yeah. Creeper, I did hydrate.
Coincidental. Also meeting in a building. It's essentially just a giant version of your head. Oh, there's a tiny golden replica of your head on top of your cane. Also, the fact that you have a cane to begin with is pretty damning. Do you want the rest of the dog food or not? I'll be good, ma'am. Excellent. Now, onto the capture itself. The Theodore, I'll need a cat carrier. The one you brought this one here in will suffice. Shooty and Stabby will take care of the rest.
How are we gonna get him into it, Miss Crown?
Yeah, I've seen that fucker up close, and he looks like he scratches. And possibly bites. Oh, don't worry, you two. I think you'll find my method of subduing him to be most effective.
Ah, what's a beautiful spring morning? Hang on a moment. What do we have here? The cats are following his breakfast just for me. This is wonderful. What a windfall.
Cry, I wouldn't eat that.
Nah, it's good.
No, I really don't think it is. The food's green, man. That's rarely good.
Yeah, but I'm green, so I guess it checks out.
How? What? There's audible, malicious giggling coming from just outside the tent. This is obviously some kind of ruse. Crying out loud, that's clearly a human skull on the plate.
I disagree.
Please cry. For once in your life, exercise the slightest bit of self-control.
I've decided that I'm gonna devour the breakfast. You know, just in case.
Just in case what? You had no reason to eat the plate.
Es bueno.
You sicken me.
Oh. Oh. Me gods. No es bueno. Well, that was easy.
Hardest part is just getting him to bend into a shape that'd fit in the carrier. We're not dealing with an extraordinarily crafty opponent, gentlemen. I would have been immensely concerned if you two had managed to somehow screw literally any part of that up. So, you two get to live for another day.
The precious gifts of life, bro.
Oh yeah! If you both happen to be alive, this guy is responsible for that, and you can really use some change. Come on, brother. I'm sure that you can spare just one lousy dime. Miss Crown, do you really need this bozo here? My official title, Mater. Seat warmer. Technically, he's doing exactly what I hired him for. Which is... What matters is that Cry happily took our insultingly conspicuous bait. I still can't believe he did, as gullible as that fucker may be. The eggs were bright green. Well, Stubby One, his eggs actually happen to be bright green. I'm actually unsure if he knows that they're not meant to be that color. But he must at least notice the peculiarity of the green bacon or tomato, right? Maybe he's blind like a mole? This could bode well for us. What I don't get is why we couldn't have gone for something more visually subtle.
Yeah, bog.
What I don't get is why you think your spontaneous input is valued, Abel, when you're absolutely unable to perform any tasks that are even remotely useful to me. Well, if I'm so useless, then why am I even here? To keep the non-hobo to hobo attendee ratio at a firm 6-to-1, of course. Thanks, you too. Man, this is great. You have what's-his-face captured, and I've warmed the seat. That must mean we get to go home now, right? Our mission is far from over. You see, based on, several formal complaints that I received from one of Abel's former employees, we can deduct that Cry is batshit crazy and will simply not take the hint. Our specimen's frankly revolting level of persistence, unfortunately, leaves my hands very much tied. The mingling must remain vigilant and squash any of Cry's inevitable attempts to return to our civilized world. By any means necessary. I'll make you proud, Papa.
I get it, Papa.
Just you see.
Yeah. Well, shit.
I'm
Oh, shit.
gonna take a bite of my food. How?
Nice. Give like 5 seconds. That was probably like 10 seconds, I'm sorry. Right. Where am I? Am I dead? Is this heaven? Hello, Fox. Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? No, too small, too cramped. Hell, perhaps? No, not nearly red enough. Limbo? Nah, this place doesn't look like a fast doctor's waiting room. Plus, no lukewarm coffee or elevator music. Purgatory, final answer.
Estimation, you've been stuffed into a cat carrier, which has in turn been abandoned in the middle of the wood.
That is also likely, yes. I need to squirt.
In confined space. Not in a confined space.
I feel like my head's full of jumping spiders, all of which are holding boom boxes. Who could have foreseen this abject misfortune incoming?
I warned you. 90% of the time, the ones given a free breakfast, you've been inducted into a militia, cult, or been kidnapped to have your organs extracted and sold. That, or you've just woken up having overstayed your welcome after some really mediocre sex. By process of elimination, it was bound to be one of the other three. You got off lucky.
Yeah, I love green breakfast. Who doesn't? Papa wants out.
I mean, they've got a whole thing on it, green eggs and ham, you know?
Yeah, that was what that was. I was thinking of that. Yeah.
Cool. So, stick your fingers out of the bars and undo the latches on the carrier's door. Just stick your fingers out of the door and fiddle with the 4 latches outside the corners of the... Oh, for the love of... crafty house cats can figure this out, you know? Just thrash around till the carrier breaks into its constituent pieces, then, I guess.
Okay. Well, that could have been worse.
Considering that you're not short exactly 1 kidney or aboard an alien spaceship, I'd say that you're right.
Maybe the cat carrier itself was an alien ship. Ooh.
Somehow I doubt that.
And why's that, Mr. Smarty Pants? What do you know about aliens?
Well, I know there clearly weren't any aliens in the cat carrier. Lord, you're a tight enough fit, and I very much doubt that even 1 alien could have been crammed in there with you.
Maybe they were there and just, like, really small.
If that's the case, then you definitely murdered each and every one of them with your bulbous lime-hued ass while you were thrashing around aimlessly.
Damn, what a way to go. Martyr's death.
Besides, I'm sure that they probed you after knocking you out, and they couldn't possibly have done that, right?
My ass feels undisturbed, so doubtful. Vera, you're an alien? Whoa. Aliens are cool. Rose is muted. I just love being in the woods, undisturbed. Breaking out of a fucking cage. That's my favorite pastime, honestly. How are you today? I hope well, because, uh. Oh, Miria, why? I've seen that meme way too much. And I don't get the funny. Where's the funny?
Okay.
Hi.
Well, is any part of your body marked?
No probes or chips, but I do have a note stapled to my spine.
Alright, yeah, those usually contain some strongly worded information. Go ahead, read it.
Huh, the note seems to say... Ah, shit, that's right, I can't read. I have no clue what this says. Wait, M-I-N-G-U-S... I know that specific combo of hieroglyphics from the mayoral campaign posters.
We call those letters, but go on.
That's the cat lady, you know, the one with the cane. Politics puss puss.
Great job. Never call her that in my presence again.
Huh, there's more on the back too. Shit, I guess I'm not gonna find out why I'm not here. Bummer.
I take a worthwhile suggestion. Wander out into the woods and keep walking till you drop dead.
Okay, yeah, that seems to be my best move right now. That's awesome, Matsuri. That's awesome. Oh, what was me? Oh, what was me? Fuck. I'm wandering through the desolate trees all alone. I'm a little lost creature, left alone to die in the snow.
It isn't snowing.
Fuck.
Please cease the weeping and wanting.
No, I shan't.
Please. You'll wear yourself out and fall unconscious. Okay, never mind. Feel free to hasten the inevitable. Actually, if you want to really speed things up, then you should jog on the spot while you're screaming. Use up the last bits of juice in that iguana-hued husk of a body.
Okay. Oh, what is me? Fuck. Jerry!
Cry? Is that...
Take it, Jerry! My truest friend and greatest ally.
That's not... Okay, sure, alright.
What are you doing out here?
I'm just on my way back to my pasture.
Bastard?
Pasture. I'm a shepherd now, remember?
Take it, Jerry's dead then. You're now Sheep Jerry.
Did I get a say in this?
What a ridiculous question. By the way, out of the sheep thing, is this a new development, or...
Seriously asking... You got me this job after getting me fired from working the ticket booth at the fun fair.
I don't remember this. Did it happen off screen?
What on earth are you talking about, you sad little man?
It matters not, Sheep Jerry. It's so good to see you.
Yeah, right. So, to reflect your own question back at you, what are you doing out here? Did my wife send you? for the last time, we've been over this. If I can't bring the sheep home with me, she can't bring our marital issues out to the pasture.
First of all, your pasture, just call it a pasture.
Next thing you say doesn't engage me, I will try to leave, and should you attempt to stop me, I will become violent.
Jerry, can you help me? I'm a lost little creature.
Talking like that makes me want to help you far, far less.
Please, I'm stranded and I need help.
What do you want me to do about it? Wait. I swear, if you ask me to give you a ride back to Dolltown, sitting on my lap.
No, You see, I got drugged and then I woke up in the woods trapped in a cat carrier. Yeah.
Hey, I'm sure this sort of thing is a regular occurrence for you. So what's the issue then?
I need you to read this note for me. I found it stapled to my spine after I busted out of the cat carrier.
Sorry, stapled to your spine? Oh lord, I can't tell if this was meant to be intentionally cruel or if this is simply a display of baffling incompetence. Oh, must have been the mob. Definitely the Downtown mob's handiwork. This very particular kind of befuddlement is practically their signature.
So, the notes?
Oh, sure, I'll read it for you.
Will your flock over the pasture be fine while you read to me?
Are you trying to talk me out of the favor that I just agreed to do for you?
Oh, right, sorry.
Nah, I'm sure they'll be fine. After all, how much chaos could a few unattended sheep possibly cause in the few measly minutes that I've spent here chatting with you?
Oh. Yo!
I'm sure they're doing fine. Right, let's read what's on the front of this here note. Oh. It reads, "Don't come back, I mean it. Don't even try. Don't. I mean it. I really mean it. Okay, there's a whole page of this. Anyway, it's signed Mingus. Wait, the mayor exiled you? I can't believe she... Oh lord, I thought she was done with all the exiling nonsense since
Since what? We're gonna say Norway? Are we in Norway, Jerry?
Does this look like Norway to you?
I'm sure Norway has trees. For their fjord creatures to live in.
Do you want me to read what's on the other side of the note or not?
Please.
Let's see here. Seems the side of the note is intended to be read by the first literate person to find you post-exile, in case you manage to wander back to civilization.
Which is you, correct?
Presuming you went straight here after escaping the cat carrier, you woke up and didn't, say, get coaxed into eating dog food from the home of a wandering stranger. Did you...
What? No, just read the...
Alright. Let me just... Oh.
Oh, does it say what made us kick me out of town?
Yeah, it does, but... I don't think I should... You might simply be happier not hearing this.
Jerry, what does it say? I need to know, Jerry.
Alright then. To whom it may concern. Alas, you have just encountered the heinous crime of a vile and wretched creature.
Strong starts.
In all my years as mayor, I have now never encountered a beast more repugnant than Cry. Cry is not just a burden, a pox, a leech on society, but also an immense threat to civility and normality itself. A fundamentally selfish creature, Cry uses others for his own often self-centered schemes as if they were mere tools. Cry frolics around in the open, breaking laws just as thoughtlessly as he has broken the collective hearts of our fair citizens. Freely engaging in public nudity and routinely harassing innocent civilians whenever he so wishes. An obnoxious and abrasive degenerate, he periodically spews offensive, vulgar, and often hurtful utterances merely to see how his victims will react. Cry is incapable of listening to any advice or direction, no matter how detrimental the consequences of not doing so are to himself and others. Cry will repeatedly harass a target, relentlessly eroding their willpower in order to get anything that he so desires. And of course, the gangrenous cryptid in question is reckless, and will mortally endanger both himself and innocent bystanders without a second thought. Cry must be shunned from all civilized society, and as he has decided that he's too good to domesticate himself. Or, as we who contribute to civilized society call it, treating others with basic courtesy and respect. If you are a Daltown resident, and you should find this wretched heathen skulking around the perimeter of our fair city, I am instructing you to immediately notify one of my enforcers. My name is Mingus, Mayor of Daltown. Look on this wretch, ye mighty, and despair. A new day is dawning in Daltown, and it's all the brighter without Cry. Yours felinely, Mayor Mingus Crown.
That art was so good. Damn. Huh. That's, it's, all of that is true, right? Did I deserve this?
Well, I don't. Well,
Phone Lord, all my life, I've been told that I'm a monster. I thought those people just wanted to be hurtful because I was different. I had no idea that I really was a monster. Cherry, I'm sorry.
no. No, this isn't right, damn it. This waste of paper isn't fit to wipe my ass.
What?
Cry, this note is bullshit. It's not reality. It's a manipulative, dishonest hit piece, one that Mingus is hoping will deter you from returning. Don't give her the satisfaction.
But, I mean, the note's right about me. This is who I am.
Look, Cry. I'm not going to pretend that you aren't sometimes extraordinarily selfish, reckless, vulgar, nor abrasive.
Gee, we're still gonna mushy on me, man.
But there's two monstrous falsehoods in here, each of which makes this note completely refute itself.
What falsehoods?
First of all, as much as it pains me to admit it, given how much effort I put into deterring you from lollygagging around my former place of work, the fact that you refuse to give up is sometimes a positive attribute.
But the note says I harassed you.
Cry, you got me the job I'm currently working right now. I owe the Bob Haster to you.
What? Buster 2? Really?
You don't know how much happier I am with this life. You don't have to do any of this. But you did. You think the mayor has ever cared for my plight, that of the common man? I sent stacks of petitions urging the mayor to deal with your continued attempt to lay eggs on the funfair ground. And she only acted after I left town when it suited her schedule. Mingus and her posse are only out for themselves. Her inner circle is made up of solely loons, bureaucrats, and thugs, all high on their own power. They want you to believe that you're alone, but you're not.
Have I really made the world a better place?
Well, you certainly made mine better. My marriage is stronger, and the smogless air is doing wonders for my Alsatian's eczema. Also, dealing with sheep is pretty chill compared to dealing with my old boss. Because of you, Randy Jade has a home, a better job, and ample time to recover from his swan-related injuries. Because of you, Karen Dunn is a state-renowned painter and doing what she was born to do. Because of you, Oliver Swift gets to sleep soundly at night knowing that Mr. Dickens' dreams lives on through their horror attraction. Because of you, Bigfoot is content with himself and has felt human love, or rather the love of whatever you are. All 5 of us are so much better off for having met you. And I'll stand with you. You cared for 5 misfits that you didn't even know more than a month ago to an extent that nobody else ever has. So I suppose I owe you thanks for that.
Sheep Cherry, I don't know what to say. Fake. Wait, what was that other fake?
The what?
You said that I had 2 glare issues. What's the other?
Oh, right. You aren't the first person that Mingus has exiled from Daltown, you know. There was another.
Someone else was exiled for their tomfoolery like me? Was it a clown?
What? No! Clowns don't exist.
Okay, you were sure Bigfoot didn't exist.
Do this make me cry? I just gave you an inspiring pep talk. Don't give me clown dreams again.
Sorry.
Look, that note says that you're a danger to normality itself, but really there's no such thing as true normality, nor abnormality. Normality is just an illusion, a concept that changes to fit wherever, or perhaps whenever, you happen to be. It's what people accept as the norm in a certain place and a certain time. Because of that, what's considered normal changes. Hundreds of years ago, it was normal to burn suspected witches, normal to declare world war over Serbian tomfoolery, and normal to, well, to not have a phone for a head.
Be it before the dial-up, before everyone got object heads?
Everyone except one. I can't tell you exactly how it all happened. I don't know the guy, never met him. But he's the last human left without an altered head, to my knowledge. His head is made of flesh, not metallic pieces within a plastic shell.
My head is made of flesh, in fairness.
No stitches. He's a normie. Like I said, he's from another place. Another time. Mingus exiled him from Dattletown for his abnormality. said he conflicted with her vision for Daltown, whatever the hell that means. But where he came from, he was normal, and we would have been abnormal. Like you, he got a bum deal.
Where is he right now?
Oh, he lives in a shack 8 miles from here, give or take. I don't know if I'd recommend seeking him out. He's just as likely to shoot you on sight as he is to actually talk to you. Sorry, scratch that. He is far more likely to shoot you the moment he sees you than talk to you.
I need to find him.
I know that I'm not going to be able to talk you out of this. But you could live out here with me and the sheep. I've got a spare pile of hay in the dry corner of my barn.
Jerry.
Alright. Just know that you ever grow weary, hungry, or get hit by lightning or whatever, I'll always be out here waiting for you.
Jerry. Thank you. I'm going to seek this bed out now.
Okay. Cut through the clearing and walk through the trees for 8 or so miles due north. You'll find the shack. And for what it's worth, good luck. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Thank you, Jerry.
It's been my pleasure, truly. Please try not to walk straight into a bear trap.
Wouldn't be the first time. Farewell, Sheep Jerry.
Goodbye, Cry. Welcome back anytime. Okay, quick break. I gotta go take a whiz.
Okay. And I gotta blow my nose, because I'm sick. We're extreme. Oh, hi, Case. No, Jerry is a sheep herder. He has the sheep. He's not sheep, he has sheep. Yes. Okay, give me a sec. I need to be right back. Boo. I have phone, so am I phone case or what? Yes, you are phone case, because that's like clever. Yeah, I get the thing. Yeah. You're so funny, Case. Are you cry for? I'm sick. Kinda. I'm like in the middle of healthy and sick. I feel sick, but like I'm not sick enough to be bedridden. You know what I mean. Now I could be a comedian. No. So everyone's sick right now, cause like, you know, there's certain parts of the year where everyone gets sick. Stop being sick. I can never, cause I'm always sick. Hashtag sick. Some people are saying, yeah. I guess like, what's it called? Fever time. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it fever time because everyone has a fever at this time. I was ever feel sick. What the heck? I'm jealous. I put a fucking drugs in my nose to get rid of the sickness. Yes. Yeah, alright. I don't want to be sick. Case. I'm glad you weren't here before. I did the thing with one of the characters. You know the thing. You know what I mean with the thing, right? So I'll get some help. I have gotten help. Which thing? You know, when a phone and another phone love each other very much.
What?
Hi, Rose. Hi, Rose. Hi, Rose.
When two phones love each other very much, they get together and they make a baby phone, also
Yeah.
known as a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, walkie
Or
talkie.
a baby monitor. They make a baby monitor.
Yeah. Can that be canon? Make it canon.
No.
Oh. Okay, so don't worry about it. Alright.
Have I said hi to anybody in the chat?
I don't know.
I don't think I have.
It could be your first time. Not the case,
I
though.
said hi the last time we streamed this.
Okay, don't say hi to Case, she doesn't
Yeah.
deserve it. She's German.
Okay.
Thank you. Phew, I'm so exhausted. I must have walked a good 7 miles by now, at least.
7 miles. Jerry is still within earshot. Keep going. You're doing great.
Phone lord.
You know that's only gonna get harder from here, right? If you're tiled already, Jerry's always got that pile of hay in his barn.
No, I have to find the normie man and return to Dial Town.
Alright, I'll address the power hose-headed elephant in the room then. Why? Why on earth would you want to go back to Dialtown so badly? Suspect your eggs?
Kay said hi to you. I guess you have to say hi too. Sadly.
You just said no.
Yeah, well, it would be impolite if you didn't say hi.
Okay, hi Case. How are you?
Sigh. Well, all of this was for them. Damn it, all of it!
Okay. I know you've invested an unusual amount of time and effort for you into birthing them, but you know they're probably gonna look like you when they hatch, right?
And what's that supposed to mean exactly?
Just a factor to consider before you get yourself killed trying to get it to them again. I'm good. Alright, quick trip back to Downtown, grab the eggs, and then hitchhike as far away from Downtown as you possibly can.
I don't plan to ban Dial Town either, actually.
I'm sorry, abandon Downtown? They exiled you, Cry. The town's mayor has it out for you. Most of their citizens treat you like some kind of monster. Why not start over? Why not take your eggs elsewhere and start a new life?
Dial Town's home. I won't let anyone take my home away from me.
Just as pig-headed as always. Alright, it's a long shot, but let's just keep moving. I'm sure if I'll make sure you keep north.
Is North up? Can you give me a boost?
Go forth, Cry.
Okay. Oh.
Behold, a shack.
You think this is the place?
Well, let's see. It's a shack. We've traveled roughly 8 miles north, and... Oh, right, most important being, Jerry mentioned that this dude is most likely to shoot you on sight than actually speak to you. This most certainly looks like the home of somebody who would do just that.
Looks fine to me.
This place looks fine to you, huh?
Yeah,
Hello? The deranged graffiti?
You don't know that this graffiti's his.
It's on his house.
Hey, for all we know, maybe little Billy came out here and vandalized the poor dude's home.
Bullshit.
You can't know for sure.
Yes, I can. For a start, none of the nearby trees are on fire, nor charred husks.
Alright, yeah, okay, he would see to that. I mean, maybe the guy was just out of sticky notes, so he,
Are you kidding me? don't drink the water.
Maybe the allure of the dude's toilet water was just too much for the poor guy. I know, I sometimes need to be reminded not to drink it.
Even when I remind you not to, you still drink it.
Added flavor.
I'm always watching.
Fairy owls.
This guy's clearly unhinged and quite possibly feral. Let's bounce.
Hey, I'm feral, it's not such a bad life.
You're stranded in the woods because you got exiled for not being housebroken.
Oh, right, yeah. Regardless, I'm now approaching the shack. Should I knock on the door?
Could you try opening it first? Check if it's locked.
The door didn't open. That leads me to believe that this door is indeed locked.
Actually, perhaps that's for the best. Jerry stated pretty clearly that this dude might totally shoot your noggin clean off. It would probably be best not to break into his house and startle him.
Good throw, break through his window.
What happened the last time you tried that?
No, I went to prison for a short spell. Wait, if I did that again, the cops might drag me back to Dialtown.
Yeah, but you'd be in prison.
Well, I would be back in Dialtown.
Yeah, and behind bars.
I will consider my options. Scratch that. Prison food tends to be jerkulous. I'm just not.
Phenomenal. I hope my cowboy voice is good.
Oh.
This is private land, partner. So, I suggest you leave before I decide to do what I usually do to pass trespassers.
You mean inviting them in for a cup of coffee?
If by a cup of coffee you mean a lead slug fired straight into your head, then sure.
I'm still unsure if... Am I being offered a cup of coffee?
To be clear, I'm threatening to shoot you.
With a shot of cappuccino?
With the shot of a shotgun. I am threatening to shoot you in the head with a shotgun, partner. Surely not, forget that. Slugs don't grow on trees.
You could just grab a snail, take a shell off. That's like a slug.
Honestly, I just put a 44 in you for being realistic. More economical that way.
Is that
It's not coffee. It's a bullet. I'm not offering you coffee.
You're a pretty lousy host then.
Lord, give me strength. Look, partner, I'm not normally the kind of merciful type, but I can tell you ain't all there, and more importantly, you definitely ain't a threat to me or my homestead. Just go.
But we need to talk. Mayor Mingus exiled me too, from Dialtown. I'm a freak, just like you.
Just like we ain't the same, partner. You don't have an inkling of what I've been through. I don't want you here, you understand?
Come on, how bad can I be?
Well, you're trespassing on my land for a start.
Yeah, that usually does it alright.
I'm not gonna warn you again. Just go.
I'm not moving till you let me in.
My door's dead bolted, and I've got enough supplies to last me 6 winters in here. If you want to wait, you'll have to wait an awful long time, partner.
So be it. I'm just chilling. Oh.
We got my favorite tail.
Yeah, the tail. Oh.
Well, what in tarnation could you possibly want from me?
Ooh. Oh god. Say.
There's only 3 endings to this route, to
Okay.
this chapter.
Boo!
What the hell, partner? Why in tarnation would you intentionally startle a man who's got a cocked pistol pointed at you?
For for the banter.
Alright, I feel much less sorry after hearing you speak again. It's bound to happen anyhow. I guess I've gone and just sped up the inevitable. You're bleeding something fierce, partner, so you might want to get those last words out of yours. Last words of yours out while you still can.
Oh, I've shit myself, so I'm dying.
As a man of honor, I urge you to change your last words to something less that.
No, it's okay. That's about summed it all up, really.
Do you have any last wishes, you poor green bastard?
Yes, please mail my body to Randy Jade over in Dial Town.
Alright, stranger. Consider it done. Is he a kin of yours?
Oh no, nothing like that. I just give anything to see the look on his face when he opens the package with a dead me inside.
I'm gonna put you down and let you die on the cold hard ground, because your last wish stings worse than your britches right now.
That's fair, yes. Oh, hello, phone Satan. Yay. Yay. Oh. Oh no, oh fuck. Anyway, you got shot by the range cover and you were subsequently mailed to Randy. Now that's a good ending. Yay. Okay, let's not be a dumbass this time. Hi,
Partner? I get the feeling you're like a leech.
Oh, you're calling me a parasite like Mayor Mingus did.
Nah, that ain't what I mean. What I meant was, I'm getting the notion that you're just gonna cling to me and won't fall off till you suck my patience dry.
Okay, yeah, this is an accurate portrayal of my interrogate, sure.
I didn't want to give you the satisfaction, but... Well, the way I see it, you clearly ain't gonna quit. The sooner I talk to you, the sooner you'll be on your way. Step inside, and be quick about it. We'll get this chat of ours over with right quick.
Beautiful. So, you're... say, what's with the paper bag?
Why'd you think I have it on, partner?
To stop flies landing on your exposed brain?
What in tarnation? Exposed brain, huh? Is that what they're teaching kids in school nowadays about folks like me? That we have exposed brains?
Both of you to assume I've ever been to a school.
Suppose that explains how you got to be the way you are now, yeah? Minus the green skin, of course. Speaking of which, why does your flesh have the hue of a watermelon anyhow?
I'm just how God made me, sir.
Well, I guess he was having a bad day when he did, huh?
Maybe. The guy drinks a lot. I've met him. He's kind of a huge loser.
And wise talk, walk into an armed man's home and insult his faith, friend. Now wise in the slightest.
Trust me, you'd feel the same if you met him. When you see God eating out of a dumpster, it changes you.
Lord, give me strength.
He's more likely to give you fleas, but sure.
Alright, let's just get this here conversation over with. What do you actually want? Ask questions and go.
Who are you?
I'm Sergeant Norm Allen.
What's a sergeant?
It means I was in the Air Force, and I was pretty good at what I did.
What?
Flying. Planes and such.
Planes?
I know you know what an airplane is.
I do?
The big metal bird. Roars when you throw lunch meat in its engines.
Right, yes, I know what you mean now.
Well, I'm ex-Air Force now. I rolled with NASA too for a while, actually. You know, Space Force.
They sent you into space? Phone Lord, Megas really went all out trying to exile you.
Wasn't a pariah back then, partner. As a matter of fact, I was decorated.
Like a Christmas tree?
No, not like a Christmas tree, partner. It means I was valued, celebrated. For your information, the president himself elected me for a mission.
Ooh, which one? President Ronald Reagan? Phone Bill Clinton?
Nah, the man who picked me was the greatest visionary in American history. President Callum Crown.
Hey, I know that name. Wasn't he, didn't he invent the cotton candy machine or something?
Did he? He was the fellow who invented the first phone head. The man who initiated the dial-up. You know, the day the whole world became chock full of phones.
Right, about that. Why aren't you a phone? I was told that the dial-up got everyone.
Right. Well, you see, it sorta did, but... You see, President Crown decided to send me on an immensely vital, hell, an unprecedented expedition. He chose me for me to be the first human being to ever enter a wormhole. We tried sending robots and lacking first, but all of them lost signal pretty quickly, as I'm sure you can imagine.
I've never seen a robot, and if I did, I would likely hit on it, and or shit myself. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. We weren't sure if they were getting crushed inside the wormhole, or if they were just traveling too far away from us. Anywho, as a patriot, I was beyond honored to have been handpicked by President Crown for the mission. They set me up in one of our state-of-the-art crafts, piloted her through, and, well, just came right back out the same way I came in, seemingly. Nothing that weird, I suppose. Except I could see every single one of the robots that we'd previously sent through floating around outside the hole now. Kinda spooked me, you know, since I didn't see a single one of them outside the hole before I went in. Either way, undeterred, I made my way back to Earth. But I get a shock when I landed and re-emerged from my vessel. You ever seen that one movie where the astronaut returns to Earth and there's monkeys everywhere? And then he sees the Statue of Liberty on the beach and freaks out because he's been in New York the whole time. And New York sucks. All them yuppies and city slickers.
I'm pretty sure that isn't why that dude was upset. But fuck, I don't know enough about monkeys to contradict you.
Long story short, I time traveled. Oh, the fabric of time as well as space, it seemed. In an instant, I warped from the summer of '66 to the 2020s.
Oh, God told me about my wormholes do that. He said there where he put a cigar out on the fabric of space-time.
I had to leave my wife, my whole life behind to investigate a cigarette burn and out of. Oh, god damn it.
His fault, man. Take it up with him.
You know what? I very well might. Anyhow, by time traveling past the day the dial-up occurred, well, I ended up being the only guy on Earth to get left behind. The one Normie left. Well, except I heard something happened with the clown.
Right, they marched on DC and they all got gunned down by the new gun-headed Y police. Tragic and hilarious, my god, you could hear the comical honks for miles.
I remember when clowns were everywhere, you know.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, I guess this is the one advantage of living in this time and place, if there are any upsides at all. So, I guess it's just me left now. Last Normie. Why I got exiled from Downtown in the first place, you know? I didn't want to conform and get my head replaced against my will, all for the sake of fitting in.
Oh, that's why I got kicked out of town. For threatening normality itself.
Oh, give me a break. They use that same asinine line on you too? Let me tell you something, there ain't nothing normal about Downtown. And it certainly ain't nothing normal about the mayor of that backwater slum. She has this idea that by putting these plans of hers into motion, she's somehow recreating the Downtown that Callum Crown presided over. I spent time in Downtown before they launched me into space, you know? I actually saw the Downtown that existed back then, unlike her. I personally knew her grandfather, for she's an ignorant hypocrite, not fit to hold any office, let alone run an entire town.
Mingus is certainly something, alright.
You ever seen her up close? She's got a cat head. A fleshy cat head, pre-dial-up era. The kind from my time. You know why she got that engineer, right? Because her grandpappy, President Callum Crown, had a cat just like how she looks now. Trying to morph into his old cat.
That's terrifying, but why?
Sure as hell beats me. I don't know why anyone would want to look like she does. And somehow she gets elected in public office, time and time again, looking like that. They're happy to kick me to the curb, yet their leader is the very definition of abnormality. She's a hypocrite. They all are in that damn dump. Downtown's a town of bigoted hicks. Everyone in that godforsaken town's guilty by association.
Oh, not everyone in Dialtown is that bad.
Excuse me? They threw you to the curb too, didn't they?
The mayor's prudish puss was fine. But I have friends back in Dialtown too.
I guarantee you, anyone in that town would sell you down the river without a second thought. And if you can't see that, then you're just as blind as they all are. Now, As far as I'm concerned, I've answered all your questions. I think you've imposed on me and taken advantage of my hospitality for long enough. You should leave.
But I don't want to go.
My rule. I'll let you ask your questions. Now move on. I got things to do.
Yeah, like what? Stewing in your own bitterness?
You don't know how long I've been here. I had to leave my whole life behind twice. Then again, being cast out of that bigoted town was probably a blessing in disguise for the both of us.
I don't want to be alone.
And I don't want company, so I suppose we're at an impasse. Oh, wait, except we ain't, because I got a gun. So, get out. Go on, find a better cesspit to squat in. And get yourself the hell out of mine.
I don't know where to go.
Follow the perimeter of the town till you find the freeway and hitchhike in literally any direction. The further you get away from downtown, the better. Don't make the mistake of settling too close to town like I did. You have to put up with visitors like you showing up every now and again.
Wait, have others come by here?
No one nearly as annoyingly persistent as you. There's a shepherd who lives 8 or so miles down the road, but he knows to keep his distance on account of the signs. Sure didn't stop you, though.
Right, signs can stop me because I can't read.
Knew I should have gone out and stuck a head on a spike out front. Alright, I'll cut you a deal, partner. I'm willing to let you stay on my land if you want. But only from the chin up, and at the end of a wooden stick.
I'll pass. I need my neck for hooting, hollering, swallowing, and gargling.
You sure are a repulsive creature, ain't you?
Thanks, me too.
That wasn't a compliment, you know?
Don't tell me how words should make me feel. Please be patient with me. God isn't finished with me yet.
That's the first thing you said so far that I happen to agree with, you know? Actually, you know, now that I think of it, I've seen a woman shulking around these parts for the last few weeks or so through my binoculars. Of course, she's never gotten too close to the shack. Seems she's the artsy type on account of usually having an easel under her arm. Looks between 4'10" and 5'4", I'd say. Unarmed, of course. Head some kind of printer. Brown, small white decal that I wasn't able to make out from this distance.
Wait. Karen, you found Karen!
You know this woman?
Yeah, we...
Oh, that is a truly revolting number of ellipses.
This is fantastic news. She's smart, she'll figure out a way to smuggle me back into Downtown for sure.
Good for you. Now get out. You want to go back to that cesspit so bad? Then go. Get. Betcha she's over by the lake. That's where I'd go if I wanted to paint something from around these parts that wasn't trees, dirt, or sheep.
Alright, I guess I'll go look for her then.
Yep.
Guess I'll just skedaddle now.
Yeah, I've already said that.
I just feel weird just leaving you here.
Don't. I want you to.
But I feel like we've really hit it off.
We haven't, and it took an enormous amount of restraint not to shoot you at least 18 times in the last 3 minutes.
But you didn't. You held back. Maybe you really...
Get out.
Why don't you want to come with me?
Because why in tarnation would I want to go back to downtown? I told you, that town's chock full of low-down snakes. First of all, that mayor.
Oh, I know, I know. It would be really funny to see the mayor's face when I return. She's gonna be so pissed when she finds out I'm back. Might get mauled by police dogs again, we'll just have to see.
God, that's the stupidest. That's. Wait. No. You really think that if you find your way back into downtown, that you'd be able to get to the mayor herself?
You bet, I've reached her once, I'm sure I can do it again.
No kidding? Alright, partner. Suppose you've convinced me. It's a deal then.
Epic, wowzers, very swag.
You know, the deal is that I'm willing to accompany you back to downtown. Not listen to your asinine idioms. I'll travel with you back to downtown just to get to the mayor and see her get her just desserts.
Please bring the gun, you know, in case we encounter a pack of roaming feral hogs.
Like hell, I'd leave my single action behind. If we're doing this, we're going all out. Let's head out. I want to get to the lake before we hit hog hour.
Hog hour.
Cowboy voice.
It's good. I have the power. So, are turnips like fruits or what?
The last time, partner. I told you I'm willing to accompany you, but needless chit-chat does not come under the terms of our agreement. I'll walk with you, shoot at anything that tries to shoot us first, but I ain't up for banter of any kind.
This'll be the last turnip-related question, I promise.
You said that 3 times already, partner. No, more.
You could be nicer to me, you know.
And you could be quiet. My, what a world that might be.
I could always yodel to pass the time.
Partner, as my mama used to say. It ain't wise to yodel at a man who's holding a loaded firearm.
Did she, say it often?
Only need to say it once for it to sink in.
Alright then. Hey Norm, I have one last question.
If you ask me another question about turnips or radishes, I swear you're gonna taste lead for the rest of your short life.
No, I want to ask, is Mingus right about Dialtown?
What are you talking about now? You starting to piece together why the matter wanted to get rid of you?
No, not the exiling part. Her wants to make Dialtown just like it was when Callum was in charge. I guess what I mean is, do you think Dialtown was better off before Callum died?
Before he what now? You think he's... You don't know a damn thing about what President Crown achieved, do you?
I know, he had a funny head, wore a flag tie, and made lots of telephones. That's the gist of it, right?
He was the greatest leader this here country's ever had. A visionary. Vision is scary. And a tragic waste of potential in the end. I found out what happened to him after I jumped forward in time. Visionary, vision is scary. Starting a revolution of polluting the airways, rebel. Catastrophe. Catastrophe. So it seems so much of my... Wait, what the fuck is that from? Is that from...
Huh?
I have to look this up now.
Okay.
Oh, Eminem.
Eminem.
That's what it was. I gotta look up the lyrics to this now. Yeah. Shut up. Oh my god. So it's not heavy. Can't see the lyrics on this one. Okay, now just give me a quick second. I'm about just you should just give me a bit.
Okay.
Let me. What the fuck is the? Visionary. Vision is scary. Could have started a revolution, polluting the airways of revels. Let's just let me revel and bask in the fact that I've got everyone kissing my ass and it's a disaster. Such a catastrophe for you to see some damage of my ass. Yes, for me. Well, I'm back. Fix your antenna, tune it in, and then I'm gonna enter in. And up under your skin like a splinter. The scent of attention. Back for your winner. And interesting. Best things is wrestling. Investing in your kids' ears and nesting. Testing. Attention, please. Feel the tension soon as someone mentions me. Here's my 10 cents. My 2 cents is free. A new sense. Who sent you sent for me? Okay, I'm satisfied.
Amazing.
Anyways. I found out what happened to him after I jumped forward in time, of course.
So wait, he's not dead, but is gone?
That's the long and short of it, yeah. To my knowledge, he's alive and kicking, but still completely gone.
I'm even more confused now. You make Brayden her magic hat man.
Alright. Maybe you'll understand if I start at the very beginning. Context and all. Ahem.
Callum Crown was born here in Downtown in 1923.
Whoa.
Growing up in the 30s, in an era of depression and change, Callum found himself transfixed with the technology that was becoming slowly commonplace at the time, namely the telephone. Callum was born with a severe deformity, having only one complete limb, his left arm. While extraordinarily bright, he lived a solitary life, watching other kids outside perform feats he could only dream of. When the early 40s rolled around, Callum signed up to fight in World War II, but wasn't accepted on account of his disability. He had to stay home and bitterly follow the war alongside the rest of those unfit to fight via hazy radio transmissions. If only I could walk, Callum thought to himself. If I could walk, I could serve. It was at that time that Callum put his garage workshop to good use. Made use of scraps of just about any metal he could get his hand on, forged himself a pair of prosthetic legs, which, while crudely assembled, were virtually unheard of at the time. He sent the Army Registration Office a note, vouching for his new metallic appendages, vowing to join their cause, whatever the cost. He never got a reply. So he simply sent another letter, then another, and another. What started as one letter quickly became dozens. Always a motivated guy, Callum decided to use his head, try something new. Callum bought his first telephone. After getting through to dial towns head enlisted, Callum found out that to his shock, every single one of his letters had hit their mark, but was simply thrown out en masse. I'm here to recruit the best of the best this country has to offer, the recruiter stated over the phone. Not some freak with metallic legs who'd slow the rest of my boys down. With a single disconnecting click, Callum's dreams were obliterated yet again. Callum, now full of spite and determination, decided to better himself further. He built himself a right hand out of just about any metal he could find left over from the construction of his legs, connected the copper wires to his
Some lore tidbits to tell you once we're done with this.
Yeah.
With the war winding down, Callum decided to go out to patent his designs. People at the patent office looked at him as though he were a freak, with his rusted iron clanking hand and his bulky metallic legs. Callum bitterly listened to the end of the war, now disillusioned, via hazy radio transmission whilst tweaking his mechanical limbs to be more functional. Come 1948, Callum decided to try his hand at selling his mechanical limbs to war veterans, many of which had returned in the coming months after the war. Initially, they sold like hotcakes, allowing Crown to move from his garage to a small manufacturing plant. Sadly, this did not turn out to be a sustainable business model, as once each soldier bought a prosthetic leg or two, they didn't need to buy another. Come 1950, Callum struggled to move even one limb. This led him back to the drawing board. His inventions had dramatically improved his own quality of life. He wondered if he could offer his fellow man an upgrade. Advanced metallic limbs had tools built in, had increased strength or flexibility. Limbs that could even change humanity, even the world as he knew it, just that he changed his own life. Callum took him to the public, parading his new and improved models around in the street shows, using himself as a test subject. Was laughed off as a monster with metallic limbs, trying to sell his own misery to others. Callum was looked on as a self-mutilated idiot, someone who made himself a freak for show and not as a talented and determined visionary who paved the path that he needed underneath him to walk.
I'll prove them wrong. I'll prove the whole world wrong if I must.
Callum gradually became more cynical. He began reading more into the market with the vain hopes of copying success, and sure enough, he figured it out. Sadly, America turned into a luxury market. Washing machines, televisions, refrigerators, always selling faster than the nearby factories could churn them out. Callum's idea to integrate organics and inorganics wasn't taken to right away. With a lack of sales revenue, Callum had to all but shut down Crowd Mechanics Incorporated and let each and every one of his workers go. Callum soon became something of a town oddity, not unlike myself. A door-to-door salesman made of clunking rusted metal, a vendor of that which was unwanted. Callum somehow felt lonelier than ever before, even more so than when he was back in his garage, watching the rest of the world move outside his window. He reflected on his loneliness, once again being bound to his workshop next to his phone, desperate not to miss a single opportunity for his dream to take off. His phone. It connected him to the world outside of the workshop, to the rest of Dial Town. Perhaps it could again. That's when he realized.
I've got it now.
Callum spent a full year working on his new design. A telephone that's built into your head, could be swapped and traded for other such devices, and has a 5-year warranty. No repurchases required. Surprisingly, despite their clunkiness and novelty, the practicality of having complete and portable phone access anywhere in the world through airwave frequencies wasn't lost on people. And interestingly, the phones caught on quickly. A typewriter alternative even became common, allowing text to be printed from one's own head, as if the user was having a conversation with the very paper itself. Unpredictably, these phone heads caused a massive boom to employment, with young men and women getting hired left, right, and center as both manufacturers, but also operators in switchboard exchanges. This economic boom made Callum extraordinarily popular, which he used to run for mayor, the Senate, and finally the presidency, all 3 roles he walked into, seen as a visionary, a man who could change the face of America for the second time. Becoming leader of the United Nations, Callum proposed to the world his vision for the future. His idea of a functional, inclusive, and wondrous mechanical world where all problems from famine to animal extinction, societal conflict, to resource shortages, all could be solved, preventing future wars and creating worldwide harmony. However, due to paranoia, he refused to write the plan down in its entirety or tell anyone what it is prior to the proposal's agreement. Needless to say, the vote in favor for the plan won by a landslide. In the coming years, the whole world was converted to have inorganic heads. Women, children, animals too. Callum stood on the tallest podium given to a human being today, and failed the hardest for it. He began to give his ultimate speech, his oratory opus.
My fellow humans, now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Without further ado, the full details of my plan to substantially improve the whole world.
Callum had accidentally wiped his own answering box, which for his model telephone was being used to store his memories. All of them. With Callum having given himself total amnesia in an instant, the whole world was stunned. Life was made fundamentally different for everyone, all for a promise never kept. The changes, the thought process behind these sweeping modifications, now mystery. So, the world just picked up the pieces, without Callum, of course. Nowadays, Callum sits in an old nursing home, alone, tuning a busted radio, asking anyone who comes near him.
Is the war over yet? I can't get a signal.
The lore rattling around in
Oh,
my brain.
that
I have
was,
so much that I could tell you.
that was a lot of lore. Whoa. Oh.
There's more to it, though. There's so much more to it.
Hmm. That was interesting.
Oh, I know so much.
You're
My
obsessed.
brain is so full of autism.
It's same.
I have so much.
Huh. Oh. He deserved better for his service. Poor guy.
Maybe he did, but that's just the way the whole world works, you know? No system values its pawns. Life ain't about what you deserve, it's about what you get.
Oh, that's eerie. My friend Karen said that to me once. You know, the woman you're about to meet.
Mate, you make your arrangements with her and I'll just keep my distance. Thank you very much.
Nonsense, you've gotta meet her.
I don't mesh well with people, you know that. Simply don't want anything to do with them. I swore that I'd accompany you till we reach the mayor. But damn it. But I said nothing about chatting to your strange friends.
She's lovely though, she's no nonsense, just like yourself.
Don't try butting me up. She and I are nothing alike, I guarantee you that.
You really hate other people, huh? You know what, I think I'm gonna try to change your mind about that. Not everyone's bad, you know. There's still some good in the world, sometimes people toss me meat. I hope that you'll get to see that.
For the record, accompany you does not include the learning of life lessons. I want to learn a crushing life lesson. I get married again, or rub a kitty's exposed, fluffy belly. Nah, partner. I'm just dandy as I am. Thank you very much. And now then, let's keep moving. Sun's setting, and believe it or not, I don't want to see you break your ankle, stepping in a gopher hole, and for me to have to put you out of your misery like a broken horse.
I wouldn't take it personally if you had to.
I appreciate you all meeting with me here again. This is the technically second mingling, so this is one of the checkpoints.
Okay.
We're about 2 hours in.
Yeah.
Does this feel like anything you'd want to stop at?
Well, how about you?
Pretty good. It's almost 2 p.m. for me.
Should we keep going a bit then?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
As I'm sure you all know, approximately 1 year has passed since Cry's exile. Which is coincidentally the first time we've all been able to meet now that Billy's out of juvie, on probation. Hey, don't slap the blame onto me, Mingles. I could have overturned my conviction and got me out instantly.
That's this bitch.
First of all, call me Mingles again, and it's the death penalty for you, bucko. Secondly, you get 1 free pardon per year, and this was your 17th. 17 convictions in a year is way lower than my annual average, to be fair. It's only mid-February. Look, my point still stands. The initiation of Phase 2 of Mayor Minkus's Perfect Society reforms is vastly overdue. Abel, drop by the funfair and retrieve the green one's shelled spawn for Theodore. Are you kidding me? Why do I have to collect eggs? They'll probably be moist. Very possibly, but alas, every other member is already preoccupied with a mission of their own. What about the mustachioed dude? He hasn't done much yet. Theodore is coordinating the tranquilization, retrieval, and containment of Bigfoot as per our mutually beneficial agreement. And I couldn't be more thrilled. Why, with competent and well-trained officers, this should be a cinch. Well, alas, Theodore, those two idiots are all you've got to work with. So, plan accordingly.
You mean us, ma'am?
Are there any other 2-for-1 imbeciles in this room right now? Yeah, don't be so mean to us, ma'am. Oh, damn, wrong voice. Ignore that.
Okay.
You're completely right. I don't. Also, take a pair of binoculars with you. They should help you locate the frail ape man without getting close enough to startle him. Theodore, take a tranquilizer gun, snag him from afar. Look for him in Uptown first. I'm certain I heard on the grapevine that the bank has a vault chock full of bananas just for him. I'm sure he lingers around the premises constantly. Miss Crab. Mafia. Mob.
Yeah.
What's... Fuck, I forgot the voice that I did for him.
You got this.
Fuck, I completely forgot.
Like a Italian-ish, right? Maybe.
Miss Crown, could we maybe have 2 pairs of binoculars?
Let's get him a little. Yeah, what if we swabbled over who gets to use the sets and you just gave us and actually let Bigfoot get away?
Oh, that's easy. I'd have you both killed. You can have him, bro.
Bro.
Marvelous. Billy, go get some fresh batteries for your megaphone from upstairs. So you're saying... Yes, you can have the megaphone back on the condition that you don't use it in here again. If you need to release that zestful pent-up energy of yours during one of our meetings, then just scream into a pillow or something. Can it be one of your novelty... Wait, can it be one of the novelty pillows you have in your lounge that looks just like your face? Why would you want to? Fine. It's a compromise, I guess. Sure. Wait, why can't he retrieve the eggs instead? It'll only take him a literal minute to find the batteries. Are you seriously asking why I'm not entrusting Billy to retrieve a set of items that are specifically renowned for being incredibly fragile? An item that is also consistently used for obnoxious pranks by youthful delinquents such as himself? I guarantee you, if you let him lay a finger on a single one of those eggs, we'll have to scrub the front of Town Hall for a solid week to dispel the smell of rotten egg yolk. Yeah, it's true. I would totally betray you guys to vandalize your clubhouse the literal moment I felt like it. Well, what about the hobo? He's not doing anything. He's warming Bunny's seat. Very important. Oh, come on. Seriously? He's doing what I'm paying him for, which is more than I can say for you, Abel. Mayor, can I have some more dog food, please?
Oh.
You'll get half at the beginning, half at the end, as agreed. Yes, ma'am. Also, Abel, you're the only one of us here with the keys to the fun fair. You'd have to pay your ticket booth employee and let him know someone else was coming on your behalf if we sent anyone else. That chance of that working. That guy's a moron. He'd somehow screw up opening the gate for us if we entrusted him with the responsibility. Probably set the whole booth on fire or something. Whatever I'm paying him, it's far too much. Hang on, are you even paying him minimum wage? I'd stand by my statement. Look, how about this? If you go now, I promise you won't have to go back out again for the rest of the night. Which suits me, since you have no useful attributes aside from owning numerous roller coasters, so it's not like you're good for anything else. Alright. You didn't have to be so scathing about it. Next time, do as you're told the first time I ask, and I'll give you a wrapped peppermint instead of a harsh reality check. Now get going. I believe we're all ready to initiate stage 2. Hey, hold on, I have a question.
Yeah, Maz.
Alright, with it then. Preoccupied warming seats, tranquilizing Bigfoot, and screaming into pillows and whatnot. Then what's stopping Cry from just walking right back into town? Cry may be annoyingly persistent, yes, but he's also easily deterred by even the most trivial obstacles. Ah, classic battle of the foam brick versus the undrivable car. Hush you. Anyway, even if Cry were to somehow make it back into town, well, whoever finds him would no doubt see the note stapled to his spine and swiftly report the encounter to us. Although, something tells me our green friend won't be sighted again. Well, you're right? Yes, but also no. You see, I placed something quite interesting along the outskirts of town. Something akin to, say, a scarecrow. Should the stitched one wander back to the perimeter of Dialtown after a year of begging for scraps elsewhere, it'll stumble across my surprise and likely won't stop running until it reaches the next county. Or, more likely, collapses face down in a waterlogged ditch and gets mistaken for green roadkill the next morning. Oh, come on, it couldn't be that repugnant. That fucker eats gravel from the side of train tracks. You're underestimating his depravity. Oh, you don't understand, my minute, spiked child. I had this thing engineered from pieces of the 3 most unnerving objects I could gather. All 3 entities share a dark, potent energy, and as one being, we possess a truly wretched force to be reckoned with. Granted, it's quite unlikely that I'll actually find it after not being seen for a whole year.
Oh god, what is that? What on God's green earth have we just encountered? Hats from Big Bertha. Knickknacks from Madame Mediocre. Entire essence of Greg. Big Gregman, no! No! Seeing this is the worst thing to happen to anyone in history. Fuck! You missed.
Did it cut out? Wait.
Oh, you there?
What? You were saying?
Norm, how?
You live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. There's really only 3 things that you have to occupy yourself with. Shooting tin cans for your supper, and shooting tin cans, hunting for your supper, and swatting flies, all 3 of which majorly help you hone your aim. Don't shoot tin cans for supper.
Oh,
Tin cans are not good eating,
I wanna.
especially that 3rd one. Good lord, the amount of critters that you get wandering and flying into your house.
The largest of which was me.
And the most annoyingly persistent. At least flies move away from you for a moment when you swat at them.
I'm a lovable creature. And you slaughtered Big Gregma, saving my life.
Well, not quite, since you weren't in any actual danger, partner. You essentially just shat yourself over a weird-looking scarecrow.
But had you not shot its phone lord, I'd have ran till I hit the next county. Or, collapse in a ditch 2 miles up the road. You cared enough to shoot it for my sake. You do have a kind heart, Norm.
I shot it because you were screaming right in my ear. I do have an ear on each side of my head, you know?
Oh well, at least Big Gregma is fucking dead forever.
Should I ask how in tarnation you knew what this appalling abomination's name was?
Oh, I met its 3 consistent parts in distinct entities in 3 of the other 4 routes.
What?
Never mind. Anyway, I'm 80% sure the mayor slapped it together with shit she found around town.
Of course. Only creature as vile and depraved as Maya Mingus can conceive an entity this obscure.
Yeah, I think Mayor Mingus might be Kitty Satan.
Oh, it'll be sweet as molasses to see what that cat get what she deserves.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the look on her face when I return to town.
Yeah, sure. Come on, we're spitting distance from the lake. With any luck, that print pal of yours will still be loitering around.
Yay. Yeah. Karen, it's me, it's Cry.
Cry? It's been so long. What are you doing out here? Did your cat homing instincts follow me out here? Did you pick up my scent? If you did, then that's extraordinarily impressive, given that I haven't seen you in at least a year. I ain't surprised in the slightest to learn that he's got the nose of a bloodhound.
Actually, no, you see, all the cough nectar I've drank has really dulled my palate. I don't have quite the nose of a bloodhound, more of an elderly pug, perhaps. Say, Karen, what are you doing out here anyway? It's like dusk and junk.
You ever tried to paint the moon during the day?
I'm sure I could if I... Norm, have you been to the moon?
I've passed it, but I never stepped foot on it. Didn't want to have to brawl with the feral folks still up there.
Wait, are there aliens up there?
Not quite aliens, nah. What? You think the first folks who went up there actually came back down? That's cute. And people assumed the landing was fake, but really it was everything after. But Neil Armstrong did come back to Earth, though. You sure about that? Have you met him, huh? Actually, I have. I signed my toy rocket ship at a space convention years ago. That's not the same Neil who landed on the moon. Trust me on this one. So, wait, then who is... You don't have the necessary clearance to know that, partner. So, Cry, are you going to introduce me to the eccentric dude on my left who visually clashes with himself, or... Hey now, don't you dare cast your narrow-minded judgment about how I look. Well, I'm an artist, Norm, so I know visual consistency when I see it. Or in your case, lack thereof. I don't do subtlety, but even for me, you've got a lot going on.
Alright, you two seem to be coexisting. Karen meets Sergeant Norm Allen. Norm, this here is Karen.
Ma'am?
He's essentially a cranky space cowboy, as you can see.
Yeah, I figured that much out on my own. Is there much else to him? Oh, they're doing the same pose.
Oh, they are? Oh my god. He's got gorgeous eyes. I saw one of them through a peephole before he pointed a gun at me.
To my shock and horror, I'm beginning to realize that their relationship may have actually somehow been your most normal and healthy one. Hey, me and him ain't dating.
We kinda are. This is your route.
I don't even know what species you are. You don't cross into species line when dating.
Doesn't matter, Source dated Bigfoot.
Bigfoot doesn't exist.
Oh, I see, you're one of those people.
Same person? A, to my dismay, I can confirm Bigfoot's existence. We're actually well acquainted. B, I'm yet to hear of a sane man wearing both a cowboy hat and an NASA suit. I'm sane enough to know that Bigfoot ain't. Alright. Now that introductions are out of the way, why exactly are you gallivanting around the woods with a sardonic space cowboy cry?
Oh, so, funny story about that. It all started when I pissed off the wrong cat.
Oh, for crying out loud. I'll just fill her in. It'll be much quicker and much less confusing for everyone involved.
Yeah.
So that's the gist of it, I suppose. Yeah, you get all that? Yeah, I believe so. But, wait, how did they manage to cram him into a regular-sized cat carrier? Great difficulty, I'd imagine. Alright, thanks for clarifying. That was the only question I had. No, wait, actually, I have one other. Didn't you have a typewriter head when I saw you last, Cry?
Yes? No? Maybe?
Cool. So, what are you two looking for from me? Taxi fare? An alibi? Well, way to get smuggled back into downtown. Snuggled back.
Oh, snuggle.
Way to get smuggled back into downtown. Be just dandy, ma'am. If you were to know such a way, that is.
There may be security wandering around the perimeter of town, watching for my inevitable return. So we'll need to get smuggled into town inside something inconspicuous.
I could take you back in the handbag. Granted, I don't normally carry one of those around with me, so it might look a tad suspicious. Also, the handbag would have to be large enough to fit the both of you inside, which most certainly looks suspicious. Lord. Just cram the two of us into a pair of big old suitcases and call it a day. Do you seriously think I'm going to wheel you both all the way into town? Asking me to lug just one of you back to town would be a ridiculous request, let alone the both of you.
Come on, Caramel.
Referring to me as Caramel while simultaneously trying to gain a favor from me is quite a foolish strategy, you know. Also, what if those hypothetical guards were to stop me? What would I even say is contained within my two massive, pulsating, grunting suitcases if questioned?
Just say they have miscellaneous cargo in them. Works every time.
Your ideas stink for the record. Don't be rude, Cry.
Oh.
Oh, come on. You're hardly a walking beam of sunshine yourself. Cry and I go way back. I'm not the one giving a total stranger a rude introduction.
In fairness, you were vocally repulsed by me when we met.
I feel that was earned, though. Alright then, genius. Think of another plan.
We could dig a tunnel underground right into Dial Town.
Fantastic plan! You definitely wouldn't just die on the ground after a cave-in. Agree to disagree, Norm. While Cry can almost certainly navigate underground at a speed comparable to your average mole, unlike the mole, Cry would almost definitely swallow all of the soil he cleared. He would definitely die underground, groaning and clutching his soiled-filled belly.
No, Karen, he wasn't speaking genuinely. Norm was being sarcastic.
Norm, I have to say, I find you to be an incredibly unlikable individual. Oh, what? So my company's undesirable, but you find hanging around this green environment to be just as peachy? Cry was the first person to ever make me see my own value, I'll have you know. Oh, like this moron.
I'm right here, you know.
This moron that convinced me to spread my wings and show my art to the world. Cry taught me that ultimately you have to take responsibility for your own happiness. Just nobody else will. It's obvious though. Well, do you? To me, you're just a cantankerous old coot, happy to stew in your old bitterness. Hey, for your information, I'm not that old.
Aren't you legally like hundreds? You're a dinosaur.
No, I'm sure I'm legally dead by now. Ain't the same as being 100, you know? Well, most people born 100 years ago are legally dead by now, statistically, so the two are mutually exclusive.
She has a point, Norm.
I hate three-way conversations. Wait. I know a way to smuggle you two in Dialtown.
You do?
Do you remember Oliver Swift by any chance? Worked at the old cinema. Co-runs a horror attraction now. You starred a movie he directed. He says stuff like gnarly and groovy a lot.
The name rings a bell, I guess.
He wears a...
Oliver the Olive Man, yeah!
There's been a lot of back and forth about me doing some commission work for him, you know, for his attraction. He wants something surreal and haunting, and he thinks I have the chops for what he has in mind. He receives crates full of props on a weekly basis, so it wouldn't garner any suspicion if he were to receive another tonight, with you both inside. If I were to send you both to his attraction and pay for a courier to pick the crate up, you two would reach uptown Dialtown in just under 2 hours.
Karen, you genius, I can't thank you enough. If there's anything I can do to return the favor.
Liked it when you called me a genius.
Genius, you're a genius.
Thank you. Alrighty then. It appears we've got a game plan. Actually, for your fare, Norm, I'll need something from you first. Ah, so you're the stingy type, huh? Alright, my mom didn't raise me to expect something for nothing, so how much do you want? Oh, no, I wasn't referring to financial compensation. Apologize to Cry. No apology, no trip. Apologize for what? You called him a moron. Only I and certain Supreme Court justices have the authority to do that. Hey, I agreed to accompany him as armed backup, but I said nothing about providing pleasant conversation. Cry, do you really want someone like this accompanying you on your journey?
Whatever do you mean, dearest Karen?
I mean, what if he shoots somebody? That'll only complicate matters further.
You don't know Norm like I do. Norm, you wouldn't shoot someone, right?
Shoot at everyone who approaches my house.
See, that's... he usually misses.
I don't miss.
Norm.
Apologize. No. Say you're sorry. You really think that's wise? And trying to issue commands to an armed man? I could destroy you and you know it.
Ooh.
I'm sorry Karen feels like I've hurt her feelings. You... Alright. I'm sorry that I called you a moron. Cry. I shouldn't have said it out loud, just in my head. Thank you. And yes, that is the standard procedure for dealing with Cry's tomfoolery.
I'm a lovable
Tom's
scamp.
Cry foolery.
Yes!
I've got a spare crate to shove you both into. Just gotta call Oliver so he knows to expect you both.
But wait. I'm unable to perform basic tasks. You have a printer head, Norm has a flesh head. That leaves us with nobody in our posse with a working phone head. To call Oliver, we'll have to hack into Dialtown's phone lines and...
I mean, I could just call him on my cell phone.
You can do that?
You know every single person in civilized society has one of these, right? Well, I don't. Norm, you live in a shack and eat possum meat. But I don't eat... Fuck.
In fairness, possum is succulent and gamey. Truly a working man's delicacy.
I've seen you eat possums with tire marks on them, Cry.
See.
Alright, let's just get you two loaded into a crate before I change my mind.
Karen, my ink-churning maiden, how can I ever make it up to you?
Never again refer to me as an ink-churning maiden. Would it be a wondrous start? I'm gonna grab something real quickly.
Alright, have fun. Oh. Oh, mama. Man, where did everyone go? I guess it is kind of late. But it's a Saturday. Oh, there's those dogs in the song. Oh my god. That's awesome.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry that took a while. I grabbed my
okay.
thing and then I saw my dog. And if
Yeah.
you see your dog, you have to pet your dog.
Yes.
And so I was sitting next to my dog and I was petting my dog.
Yeah.
And she laid down on me.
Oh.
And then I couldn't move because you can't move when you're petting a dog and they lay on you. So
True.
I was just petting my dog.
I understand.
But I'm back now.
Yeah.
And your voice is good.
I was enjoying the music a lot. Beautiful.
Vibing.
Yes.
You know, it's all up on like Spotify and stuff.
Yeah. I've listened to Karen's theme a lot because duh. You seeing this, bruh?
I like listening to Norm's theme to get me pumped up before I have to do stuff.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You got it this time. Oh man.
Okay, I'm back for realsies now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, bro, imagine wearing both a cowboy hat and a NASA suit at once. Talk about a wardrobe malfunctioning, alright?
Yeah, and he's with Cry.
Yeah, that too.
You should probably let the mayor know about this.
Do we have to? What if she yells at us?
If those two bozos find a way back into town, she'll do more than just yell at us, bro. Besides, if we manage to capture him, she might reward us. Handsomely.
A handsome reward for my handsome bro.
Bro. Do you think she'd let us pick a less clashing outfit for the Yeehaw space dude if we manage to capture him?
Yeah, bro. Let's ask, and if she says yes, we'll actually try this time. They're what? What happened to Big Gregma? How on earth did they make it past my stationary in an inanimate obstacle?
Well, from what we can deduce.
And filled with, and then it kind of exploded. Yeah, that'll happen, alright. You know, as a seat warmer, you don't have to speak. Cool. I won't speak unless I have something funny or epic to say then. Okay, allow me to be more specific. As a seat warmer, you mustn't speak. Alright, now, who could be smuggling our green friend back into town after a year of not being sighted? I know they couldn't have had any contact with any of our residents, with all phones in the city being bugged and all phone lines being tapped. Who in town owes Cry some kind of favor? Well, the numbskull I had to operate my ticket booth for a start. Oh, please. Randy? He's no threat to us at all. Randy quite literally peaked at birth. Anyone else?
Yeah, Bigfoot might owe Cry money.
Right, the very same Bigfoot who's presently confined to the insides of a cage whilst being examined by Theodore. What about God? I've seen those two chatting before. Well, God's here, warming up a seat, so it's unlikely that he's plotting to help Cry. It's true, I was there. It's obviously the feds dude over at the horror attraction Hobblebozos. Oh, right. The green one appeared in that god-awful film that the cinema premiered right before its closure. Oh, of course. That cinematic travesty kept me up for a solid week. Easily the worst experience I had last year. Hey, wait a second. Didn't your dad die last year? I really didn't care for that movie, Billy. At least you got to watch it. 18s only. Bozos wouldn't even let me loiter in the lobby during the premiere. Right. Because you would have done something asinine during the showing, like stuffing a bunch of lit firecrackers in one of the bathroom urinals.
Hey, Jack did that once.
Yeah, but they didn't know that. Yes, they did, which is precisely why they made you leave. Look, I can't... You two, Stabby, Shooty. Go retrieve the green one from the spook house at once. And remember to club him out cold before you drag him here, not after. It'll save you plenty of scratch marks during the sordid ordeal, I can assure you. Bad idea, Mingus. That's Mayor Mingus to you, Runt. Yeah, like that sounds any less ridiculous.
Assert my dominance.
Oh, and like Little Billy is a particularly distinguished sounding title. Actually, now that I think to ask, why do we bother prefixing your name with Little while you're the only Billy here? Makes it easier to tell me apart from Colossal Billy. From what now? Trust me, Mingus, he's coming. And when he does, you'll all be sorry. If he's a dimension-invading demonic entity, he'll have to sign the usual immigration forms just like everyone else that comes into this dimension, you know. Do you know how powerful this being is? You should be very, very afraid. Right, but he still has to fill out the forms like everyone else. No exceptions. Come on, man. It's only a few pages. If he needs a nebula scale pen, I may be able to dig one up for him. Colossal Billy spits on your forms. Soon you'll know what it means to truly weep. Oh, yikes. He sounds like one nasty customer. Say, why are we hunting poor Cry, not this fella? And provoke it? Are you nuts? No more ideas for you. You're being paid for your toasted keister, not your toasted brain. We all ready to go, ma'am? Wouldn't if I were used. They're inside a building and might have the place booby-trapped. Yeah, booby. Do you really want them to get the drop on yous? Oh, please. Like, they're smart enough to set a trap. The oaf fell for the green breakfast, for crying out loud. I don't know. I haven't listened to the stunted one. This entire shtick is hiding behind corners and needlessly hurting people just before they can react. This sort of thing sounds like it'd be right up his alley. What was that? Was that meant to be a pun? That doesn't even work. Nobody so much as mentioned an alley. I say we just walk on in and play it by ear. What's the worst that could happen? Abel, I didn't become the mayor of Dialtown by half rigging our elections. No half measures. You two, loiter around menacingly in the alley outside. Really, God. Reaching into the future for joke material is unimaginably cheap. They tell us all that you aren't witty enough to quip about what we're currently discussing. If you have said alley in the present, not in the future, I wouldn't have needed to do that at all. Well, I was about to say it in the present. Yeah, but how do we know that? What do you think the future even is? You two, venture forth to the aforementioned alley at once. As I take my feline rage out on you two decidedly less divine beings.
Hi, Kian.
Okay, that was the second mingling, and it is now at the 3-hour point.
I think this is a good time to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it going?
Shame you show up just as we're finishing.
Yeah. But yeah, I did that. Boink. Furman, hi. New box. Oh, oops. New box video. I will watch it when I stop streaming. Yeah. Okay. Boink. I didn't alter for it. Oops. There we now I alter for it. Yeah, I know how to press 2 buttons at the same time. Yeah. How are you, Kian? You can be here for like 2 more minutes while I look for something to rate. Of course I'll watch it. I was going to anyways. Fucking alright.
I'm munching the shit out of these crunchy ass grapes.
The grapes are crunchy.
God damn it.
Dude, crunchy grapes are the best. I hate the soggy ones. Alright. Rate the glarp. Hoofed carp. Yeah. Yeah. This is so glarp-tastical. Alright. Beer for 2 seconds. No, how could you? You need a beer for the radial shit. This is so sad. Alright. Bye-bye, little gamers of mine. Yes, you're all mine. Goodbye.
Called it. Wafer. Hello, are you an alcoholic? Yes. Hi, Cry for viewers. I'm a cool streamer, alright? I'm a cool streamer. What can I say? I'm gonna put this away. What the flip? Hi. Hi, everyone. This is on the new computer, guys. You can't spell today, how nice. Cry for me and my tuning will drown you today. I saw my wife today, huh? Cry for us a wife cannon? Cry for us a wife cannon? This is the new camera. Carp, have you met my wife? No, I haven't. Carp gets bitches, AO? No, he doesn't get bitches. There's no way. I don't believe it. Oh. I love how the song matches my energy. Carp code red. Oh no, is it your dad? Did I fuck it over with your dad? What's the code red? What the fuck's the code red? Or drinking again. No!